Welcome to this video, great to have you on board. A few days ago I published a video where I tried to walk you a bit through that jungle of web technologies. But ultimately I couldn't pack detailed explanations of all of them in one video. So in this video I want to share some sources where you can dive in if you want to learn about something specific, or if you just want to stay updated about upcoming or future or current web development trends. So let's dive in together. So how do you learn web development? How do you learn about certain features of the web? The first resource I want to share are the MDN web docs. MDN stands for Mozilla Developer Network, and it's a page not only maintained by Mozilla, but actually the big browser vendors are cooperating on this and are trying to make this a really good resource for learning web development, but also for having a look at that special feature you just wanted to dive in. And it really is a good resource. If you are on that page, you can find a lot of tutorials and references and dive into certain technologies. Now it's mostly front-end orientated here, though they have some Node.js content too. But if you are looking for resources about HTML, JavaScript and CSS, this really is a good page. You can check out some basic tutorials where you can really get started with web development, and this is a nice way if you like reading through that. They are very detailed and really good. And then you also got references, and you often find this via Google too. Here on the references you can really find information about all these CSS properties and selectors, about all the HTML tags you have available, how that works. And for example, I will actually search this through their search because I don't know where to find it. If you here search for HTML elements, then you should find this HTML element reference. And this is just one example, a really good one. There you find all the HTML reference, and you can say all the HTML elements, and there you can say, hey, what's up with this H1 to H6 tag? You get some information about it here, some examples, and you can always dive in deeper, find out what the browser support is down there, and much more. So I strongly recommend playing around with MDN. It is a great resource for not only learning web technologies, but also for diving deeper, refreshing some knowledge, and getting a full reference. Now, it's not the only resource, of course, though. If you want to stay updated, I can recommend Twitter. Now this is my Twitter account and I'm following a broad bandwidth of opinion leaders or people working in the web development industry. I might not follow all relevant people, but Twitter is a really good channel to follow people working on certain open source projects. Almost any JavaScript framework nowadays has a Twitter account. You can follow these accounts to get the latest news and updates, to be amongst the first to learn about an upcoming feature, a new release which was, well, released, and so on. So Twitter, really good for staying updated, for getting these tweets about new blog posts which might cover a very interesting aspect of that framework you were using over the last days, and so on. I got a lot of inspiration from Twitter and I can only recommend using it. Now another great channel is, well, YouTube, and you already are on the right page obviously. But as great as this channel is, it can't cover everything and it might not cover what you're looking for. The good thing is, YouTube obviously has loads of channels, and besides all these other tutorial channels which are also really great, all the major frameworks or tools like Firebase or Chrome, as I have it opened here, also have their own YouTube channels. And you can dive into these too. Optionally, you subscribe there too, or you just check out their videos from time to time. And for example here, the Google Chrome Developers channel hosts all the videos from the Google Chrome Dev Summit, which took place, well, actually still takes place at the point of time I'm recording this. Now here, you can get all the talks from the conference to again learn about upcoming features or some best practices other people are applying and get new ideas and so on. So that is a great source too. And of course, as I mentioned, Chrome is not the only channel. We have channels for AWS, for Firebase, for all kinds of things. Simply search on YouTube for what you want to learn. Chances are you find abundance of tutorials and also these official channels. And then you got another great way of staying up to date, getting some expert insights, getting some real case studies, and getting some good ideas on how you want to progress on your learning path. So this is another thing I can only recommend. YouTube, and as hard as it is, also YouTube outside of Academind. Now, besides YouTube, MDN, and so on, we got so many other great resources on the web. And the best way to find them is, of course, by searching. So Google is your friend, obviously. And here it really is. If you search for something, like here I searched for React animations, you find the official docs, you find some nice open source projects on GitHub, and you find plenty of blog posts. All these random blog posts are great resources to learn things, to dive into specific problems and case studies, to stay up to date too. And there is no single blog I would recommend here. I would really recommend searching for a given problem or technology instead, and then you will find fitting blog posts anyways. So this is another resource which unfortunately often is underused, but Googling for problems, Googling for technologies yields so many great results. Dive into these blog posts, dive into the official documentation. These are all great learning resources. And together with video tutorials like this one, or courses on Udemy or Pluralsight or anywhere else, you got a really broad bandwidth of tools which are not really alternatives to each other, but which work great together with each other. You can take a Udemy course to learn the basics, to have a guided approach to learning something. And then you can combine this with you also diving into MDN, reading blog articles, and therefore getting a broad understanding of the topic you're learning. So these are the things I also use, and I hope this was a bit helpful in helping you choosing the right source to learn something and to get an idea about what you want to learn. Let me hear your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Can't wait to read them. So with that, have a great day. Bye.